Buongiorno, guys. Join me on this vlog to the Amalfi Coast. So I just returned back. I spent my entire summer in the city of Chicago so that I can generate some income. Visiting the Amalfi Coast has been on my list probably for about 3 years. So I'm super excited to be back. Look at me cleaning up my space, getting ready to put my hammock back up. If you have a hammock, if you know, you know. I'll try my best to keep you guys entertained during the scenic parts. But I need y'all to shoot up a prayer for me. I cannot locate my hard drives that have all my dash cam footage in it. I'm gonna cry. I guess I can sit over there and act like I'm about to drive. I just knew reverse psychology was gonna work, but it didn't. Like I just didn't spend the entire summer driving, but okay. The good thing about it is whoever drives, they get to choose the music selection. So I did end up driving the entire way, but actually I didn't mind since it's less than 2 hours from where we reside. It wasn't too bad. And look at these views. Do you see that? Like, just wait. So as I was packing for this trip, I could not locate one of the shoes that I wanted to bring. And it reminded me that when I first moved out here, I had my brother, AP, ship me some of my belongings that I had at his house. And let me tell y'all something. AP shipped me three right pairs. Like the lefts were missing out of all three. Like I was when I received the box, it was busted open. So I just thought like naturally, the other shoe must have fell out. I mean, it's very odd to have all three of the lefts, whatever. But I reached out to Austin. I was so upset and I was like, well, I guess I just got to get rid of these because what I'm going to do with one pair. And he goes, Dana, there are people in this world that only have one leg and they would love for you to donate that other shoe. Boy, if you don't, y'all, it turns out he only shipped me the rights. He had the lefts at home. Why would he do that to me? Why wouldn't you ship the shoes in pairs? If it couldn't fit in the box, you should have put it into another box. Why would he do that to me? I mean, he ain't wrong about, people only having one leg and they just need one shoe. But what? When people say they hate to ask people to do things for them, this is exactly what they mean. Because why would you not ship my shoes in pairs? Like, okay, well, I know it's got to be a left in here. Oh, good old AP. If you know my brother in real life, you know he was dead serious about me donating that other shoe. Since this is my first like real vlog, I know that only like my friends and family will see this. So if y'all can please engage with me and let me know what you would like to see more of. Do you want to see more like voiceovers like what I'm doing right now? Or do you want me to speak more into the camera? Just please let me know what you would like to see. I'm so excited that I have finally gotten out of my own way. My next video will be some dash cam footage of my favorite, well, not my favorite because some of them passengers get on my nerves, but some memorable passengers, I will say, as well as some tips and suggestions of how to become a 5-star driver and a 5-star passenger because I know what I love and I know what I don't love. We finally arrived to our villa, so I got us an Airbnb because I wanted a more authentic experience outside of staying in a hotel, and it was really quaint and cute. As soon as we arrived, we thought that we could walk somewhere and find something to eat. Nah, it didn't happen. Everything that we had passed on the drive up, we thought like, oh yeah, we could just walk and get something because normally you can do that in Italy, like it's very common. But nah, we had to walk back to the car and then go into the town. The weather was actually perfect for a walk, so I didn't mind. This is a look into our Airbnb. They made sure that lock was secure. Okay. And this is the first restaurant that we walked into, which was really cute. Food was not hitting, like at all. And they had this little wheel where you can come and spin and you have to drink whatever it says on there. So I was like, I'll come back tomorrow night and do that. Definitely didn't make it back there. This particular area of the coast was Sorrento. Since we were still famished, we decided to just walk around and see what else we could find, and we stumbled upon this pizzeria. Turns out it's a family owned restaurant, which is typical. And I asked one of them, was she Mimi? And they said, no, he's Mimi. And yes, this very narrow street is both ways. Driving in Italy is very different from driving in the US. It's still on the same side of the road, but the driving skills that you have to acquire ain't for the faint of heart. That pizza was everything that I needed it to be. So our first full day, we wanted to go to the beach, but it was an epic fail. Like it probably would have took us an hour to walk there. Like if y'all could have only seen it, it was gonna have us going through bushes and a trail that didn't exist. So we just decided to head back to the Airbnb and enjoy a nice pool day. Whenever a passenger would make small talk and ask me where I lived, and I would say I live in Italy, they would just be like so taken aback, so flabbergasted. But to me, I'm just like, yeah, I live in Italy. Yeah, it's pretty cool. But in actuality, when I think about it, I'm like, it's pretty freaking awesome. Like, I packed up my whole entire life and just moved here to be with the love of my life. Like, that's no easy task. That's a huge feat. And I just need to give myself more credit for doing so because that's not easy. Leaving your family and your friends and your job and everything you've ever known behind for a completely different country, another continent. Please, I've got some cojones. Being humble, I'm over that. I'm about to relish and toot my own horn. And don't even get me started about the food. That carbonara, my mouth is salivating as I'm doing this voiceover. I already knew he didn't get my best angle. He didn't direct me to look or nothing. That's okay. He's learning. I pray that I can locate my hard drives with the dash cam footage from when I was driving in New Orleans and in Cincinnati, as well as some other cities, because some of that footage is pure gold. This is Alfredo. He was so cute. Him and his wife hosted us. When he saw me walk into the pool, he looked me dead in my face and said, Mamma mia. I am truly, truly living my best life, my best blessed life in my soft woman era, and I love that for me. The food in Italy is so fresh. Now, usually I have to pack like salt and pepper or little hot sauce packets just because my palate is very Americanized, but the food here is chef's kiss. When I tend to go on vacations, I like to relax and release. So I don't care for a lot of excursions. But a good massage, I'm always down for it. So I told my man I was going to
Scary at
surprise him.
all. I'm scared. Can't turn around now. This is wild.
And take him on an adventure, not knowing the route that we had to take to get to said adventure.
You did so good, babe.
See what I mean about how narrow the streets are? You have to acquire some skills if you don't already have them. I know they was like, really? So y'all just gonna take up the whole street? What do you want me to do? What do you want from me? I truly wish that Dot, who is my beloved grandfather who is deceased, could see me now. I wonder what he would have said when I told him I was moving to Italy. I know he just would have been like, "Girl, what's in Italy? What you got? What's got you moving to Italy?" I have friends and know people that have never left their hometown, let alone their state or the country or continent. And I'm here to tell you, travel the world. It is such a huge world out there, and just to experience life outside of your own comfort zone and how you grew up, and just to see how different we are, but we are all still the same. I kept asking him, like, do you have any idea where I'm taking you? And he had absolutely no idea. I was taking him to get a couples massage, and y'all, this massage was not giving. Both of our masseuses massaged us just like this, but it ended up being near the beach. So after the massages, we walked down and had lunch. Look at this beautiful scenery. If Italy is not on your bucket list or you've never been and wanted to go, this is your sign. Book the travel. Speaking of traveling, when I was in Chicago this summer, I made sure to take some time out and go back home to Cincinnati, Ohio. And I only told Austin and my mother at the time. So I reached out to my aunt just to see how she was doing. And she goes, "So what day you arriving in Cincinnati?" I said, "Who told you I was coming to Cincinnati?" She said, "Austin." I called him and politely cussed him out and was like, "Don't be telling people my business." And he gonna say, "Okay, I ain't gonna tell nobody else, but I told somebody at the corner store that I ran into." Boy, what? Why would you tell somebody at the corner store my business? Maybe one day I will get Austin to appear on my YouTube channel. Sweet baby Jesus, that lobster ravioli and that salad. Oh my God. Easily the top 3 best dishes I've ever eaten. I can never get over how fresh everything tastes here. I get asked quite often why I never post my man. Well, look at me, posting my man. I have just learned over the years that it's just best to keep some things private, not secret, but private. This was our last night on the coast, and we had been trying to get into this restaurant for at least 2 nights. They were either closed for a private event or just closed, period. And then when we came, it just so happened to be Senso solo, senza ritorno se non what was so funny when my man said, "My money is on him. Look at him with that glove. I know he about to blow." Nah. That carbonara was so good, I learned how to make it myself. Cheers to my days. I can't wait to come back and visit. Ciao.